Welcome guys to SoulChow Productions. I'm your host Shaz. So the word for this video is Sultan. Now we like to refer back to Surah Ar-Rahman, which is chapter 55 of the Quran, and specifically in verse 33. So God says, "O you assembly of jinns and men, if it be that you can pass beyond the zones of the heavens and the earth, pass you. But not without authority shall you be able to pass." So this word authority was translated to from the word Sultan. So if we take the understanding when God is saying to pass beyond the zones, we have to really, think it through, that God is not saying for us to get into a rocket ship and fly to pass beyond the moons and the sun. It's something that is within us that God is saying to pass through. But in order for us to pass through this, we need the authority. So this passing through that we're talking about is into the unseen. And we can know that by the verse in chapter 2, Surah Al-Baqarah, when God said in verse 2 and verse 3 that this is the book, in it is guidance sure without doubt for those who have taqwa of God. And you can catch the word taqwa in one of the other videos. And the third verse, it's God says, "Whoever believes in the unseen." So we'll touch quite a bit on the word unseen, which is the word ghaib. But this is related to us passing through beyond the zones into the unseen. But in order for us to pass through into the unseen, we will need the Sultan, which is the authority. So the best example that we can understand from this is crossing a border. Whether you're taking a plane or you're taking a car, if you were to enter into another country, what would you need? Typically, for most places, you would need some form of visa or a passport. So a Sultan, based on this scenario and this example of this video, we're talking about the authority to be able to pass through. Another example that we can sort of give is, when you look at a workplace, whether it's a retail store or a factory, and somebody who is just visiting, they can't just go to, through the door that says employees only, particularly because they don't wear the badge or they don't wear the uniform to go into the back to, snoop around and do what they would like, because they don't have the authority to go through. So what you can do is catch a lot of this explanation on the podcast about the word Sultan, because we will go quite in depth through it. But know that the word Sultan relates to the word authority. And yes, throughout the Quran there was many illustrations of the word authority, but in our video we're giving it as an authority to pass through zones or borders or areas by which we are allowed to or not allowed to. So the word is Sultan. Thank you for joining us. Catch us on the next word. What I want to talk about today is the word labels. I kind of mentioned it on the scripture that I'm reading is obviously from the Holy Quran.